Hey guys, it's Nicole again. We are stretching. We're on day 6 of our stretch challenge. So I'm coming to you after 2 classes. I'm definitely tired and we just want to take a deep breath in and out. I'm going to start you up here just for a few minutes and then we're going to take it down to the ground. Do a lot of groundwork today. Let's just bend the knees, roll the shoulders down and back. Remember to always warm your body up before you get into a deep extended stretch. Just do a little walk around if you want for about 5 minutes. If you haven't done anything else, rolling the wrists. And here, let's go ahead and soften the knees. I'm gonna roll the neck in front and reverse. Inhale, exhale, slow and front, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. And in front again. And back to center. I'm gonna take you down to the ground because I need a lot of that work today. So let's take a deep breath in. And exhale, I'm gonna walk it out into a plank position, or you can just take it onto hands and knees if you want, and pull it back into a child's pose. So you choose, knees high or open the knees, pulling it down, releasing the low back, relaxing all the way over. I'm pulling my shoulders down and back away from my ears. Turning the head to the side if you like and releasing through that low back and in the hips. Let's go ahead and take the hands under the shoulders into a tabletop position here. And I'm gonna go ahead and keep the knees high over the hips. Take that right arm underneath, thread it through, gently work it down. I can walk my hand out if that's okay for me. Taking the shoulder down, turning the focus, and keeping my hips high, I'm gonna lift the other arm and take it down into my back. Trying to keep the weight even between my knees. Melting the shoulders down into the ground. Bring it back and use that hand to help lift the body back to center. Go ahead and take the left arm, thread it under. If this is all you can do right here, that is fine. Otherwise, go for a little more challenge. Turn that shoulder, turn to focus. We're gonna bend that supporting arm. Release, I'm turning that focus on the outside of my temple here. Hand is up on the back if you'd like. My hips are still high, knees over or underneath those hips. Making sure to breathe. And releasing that arm again, using it for support, bringing it back to center, nice and slow. I'm gonna push through a downward dog position. Otherwise, you can just take it through a plank and thread it down. I'm gonna take it into downward dog, walk the feet out. My shoulders are down and back in the downward dog. My hips are pulled back. My neck is in line with that spine. Walk those feet out. Gently release the heels. Shift into plank, bring that right leg under for pigeon. If pigeon's too much for you and it's not feeling like it's an appropriate stretch for your body, you can go ahead and take it back onto a modified on the back, thread the needle position, flexing that front foot. Modified thread the needle, we did that in our previous video, in the first video of our session here, so go ahead and take a look back at that one if you need to. We're gonna release into the hip, gently take it all the way down when you're ready. Hands down, lift the chest. Oh, that feels so good. Did a lot of hip work today, so this is a great one to open those hips, and we're getting more flexible each day through the hips and hamstrings. I'm gonna press it back through downward dog. Option to lift the leg or just press it in a downward dog. And back to downward dog. Extend back with the shoulders. Opposite leg, either lift or just shift into plank. Bring it in underneath, flexing that front foot to protect the knee. Gently down. Your pigeon will be different than another person, so make sure that you honor your body and what feels good for you. Again, you can take it onto your back and work the thread the needle as a modification, relaxing it all the way over. Hands down, lift through the chest. gravity will pull down through the hips, so just try to take your deep breath and exhale out through that good pain. It's that oh so good pain. And gently release. I'm gonna drop down to my hip and bend that back knee, protecting both knees, bringing the legs out in front. And my favorite, as always, flexing and pointing those feet. Sit up nice and tall on those sit bones. Lift the torso, lengthen through here, making sure we're not rounding through that low back or shoulders. Oh, my feet are really tight today. Let's roll them out. And reverse. Okay, let's flex those feet. Sit nice and tall, right on top of those sit bones. Lift and lengthen. Activate the legs by giving those feet a nice flex. Maybe the heels come off the floor. Extend up and out. I'm getting that low back stretched out. Back of the leg stretched out. Calves and hamstrings. Even into the glutes. Gently release it over. Relax the feet. Are we getting a little further each day? Slowly roll it up. Shoulders down and back. All right, let's take it down all the way onto our back for some more yummy hip stretches. So we're gonna take it all the way down. Let's bring your right leg into the chest. Lift, extend the leg, reaching behind the calf or thigh. Relax the shoulders. I'm gonna take it out to the side, supporting the outside leg, keeping the other hip on the ground. And bring it back into center, into the chest, gently across my body, cross over with that opposite arm. Take a look at that arm. Relax the shoulder down. Inhale, exhale, bring it back to center. Let's change up the feet. So bring that opposite leg in. Extend the leg. I'm reaching behind my calf or thigh, not the knee. Maybe you have a slight bend in the knee, that's fine. I want the shoulders relaxed on the ground. Open, turn out that hip, but support from the outside. Keep the opposite hip on the ground. Bring it back to center, into the chest. Drop it over the body. Relax the shoulder. Melt that shoulder into the ground. Oh, big crack in the back. That feels so good. Inhale, exhale. And gently release. Bring it back to center. Let's place both feet on the ground. I'm just gonna sit up to grab my roller. So come on up. If you don't have a roller, you could do like a tightly rolled up towel, but the roller is really, it's gonna work a lot more into this position. So I highly recommend getting even just like a simple one. This is a pretty firm one. It's a short one, so it's a little bit, takes a little more coordination to work with, but I'm gonna take it down and work through parts of my neck here. So a friend of mine taught me this awesome trick. I had no idea it would even feel like anything. So I am above what feels like the top bony part, top vertebrae there, at the base of my neck. Just gently relaxing on top of that roller. And I'm just gonna turn my head, ear turning toward the roller, and you will feel that tight spot. I have a lot of tension in the left side of my neck here, so I'm just gonna go roll, and then I'm gonna roll back and forth where I feel that tension. You can even tweak the roller if you need to angle it slightly. Make sure you go nice and slow. It's a very sensitive area back here, but this feels so good. Just into the neck, rolling it slightly back and forth. Really, 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 really small. And then back to center. I'm gonna take it on the other side. So I'll turn my head, keeping space between my chin and chest. Feel that tension spot. I'm just gonna take a little roll back and forth through it. And moving the roller as I need to, kind of angling it if I need to. I wanna think of length in the back of my neck. So I'm kind of surrendering to the gravity again to pull down through my body, lengthening the back of the neck as I'm leaning on the roller. Don't forget to breathe because it's sometimes a little intense. And then I'm going to slowly just relax the shoulders down and lift my head to take the roller out and release. So those are just some simple things you can do to release that tension in your neck. We got a lot of hip openers in there today. I want you guys to focus on repeating these stretches daily so that we can get more range of motion through the hips. Those are the train station of your whole body, and more through the hamstrings and quads. I'm gonna do some more work with a roller over the next few days. So grab a roller and join me tomorrow. Thanks.